Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Tutor Impact TV with Toby. Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to be talking about something called the decoy effect and how it can lead to irrational decision-making and how you can learn to recognize it. So what is the decoy effect? The decoy effect is a phenomenon where people's preference between two options changes when a third irrelevant option is introduced. And this third irrelevant option is known as the decoy. Dan Ariely, the author of the book Predictably Irrational, talks about one example relating to The Economist magazine. Students were given a choice between two subscription packages. One was digital, one included the digital package and also a print copy of the magazine. And as you can see, 68% of students opted for the digital package. But let's throw in a decoy. So now a third option has been introduced, which includes only the print version of the subscription, which is the same price as the print and digital subscription. So clearly the print and digital subscription is superior, and 84% of students opted for this choice, and only 16% for the just digital choice. But as we saw before, when the print option wasn't available, the majority of students, 68%, opted for the digital package. So, the introduction of the print package actually shifted students' preference towards the print and digital package. So this is a great example of how a third irrelevant alternative can shift people's preferences between two options. The decoy effect is very widespread in marketing, and it's used to sell anything from food to phones, because the decoy can help encourage customers to select a more expensive option than they perhaps otherwise might have done. But it's not just humans that fall for the decoy effect. The decoy effect has been demonstrated in many animals, including apes, and also in insects, such as the ant species Temnothorax ruculatus. So now I'm going to talk about some of the findings from a 2011 study by two scientists called Sasaki and Pratt. This ant species live in nests, and they prefer nests that are darker and have smaller entrances. So in front of you, you can see two nests that ants were given a choice to choose between. And one of the nests was darker, which is good, but it had a larger entrance, and one of them had a smaller entrance, but was brighter. And for the ants, it was about a 50-50 split. It wasn't clear which of these nests was better. So half of the ants would choose one nest and half would choose the other nest. But something interesting happens when a third option is added. And this third option has a small entrance, but is even brighter than the bright nest. So this option is clearly worse than the second option. So this is option 3. And so option 3 is sort of there to make option 2 look good. Option 2 is clearly better than option 3 because they've got the same size entrance, but option 3 is brighter. But option 3 isn't clearly better than option 1 because option 1 is darker, while option 3 has the smaller entrance. So it's not quite clear who wins out there. But option 3 is clearly worse than option 2. So in this instance, the ants chose option 2. And when we add a different third option, which is clearly worse than option 1, that serves to make option 1 look good. And option 3 isn't obviously better than option 2 because while option 3 is darker, it has a larger entrance than option 2. So in this case, all of the ants choose option 1. So initially, there was a 50-50 split. There's a 50% chance of choosing option 1 or option 2. But by adding decoys with specific characteristics, you can essentially manipulate which nest the ants choose. So the way the decoy works is basically to make one of the two options look better, perhaps better than it actually is, because the decoy is worse than that option. And so you can affect animals and people's decision making by using the decoy effect. And finally, I just wanted to leave you with one little fact or study that was conducted by scientists, where they found that people are rated as being more attractive, better looking, if they are with somebody else that is less attractive than they are. So do what you will with that information. But I hope through watching this video you now understand the decoy effect and you have a bit more of an insight into how we actually make the decisions that we make. It might surprise you to learn that actually we can be manipulated by these quite obvious seeming simple things. So perhaps we aren't quite as logical as we might want to believe. So I hope you found this video interesting, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in to Tutor Impact TV with Toby. I'll see you next time.